Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Teacher Tip Tuesdays. My name is Miss Valerie, and today we are going to be talking about using discipline to teach and not punish. So let's get right into it. So first, let's talk about what is punishment. The definition of punishment is the infliction or the imposition of a penalty as a retribution for an offense. So what does that mean? Basically, when a child breaks a rule or isn't behaving the way that you would like them to, what happens is you want to punish them for that action. Now, what is discipline? Discipline is the practice of training people to obey or follow a certain code of behavior. Now, these two terms are often mixed up many times because what is the difference between the two? Well, punishment focuses on making a child suffer for the action that they did, while discipline is about teaching them the correct way or how to make a better choice next time. So with these 4 points, I hope that you'll be able to learn on how to use discipline to teach instead of punish. And the first thing that we need to recognize is one, it takes self-discipline to discipline. Now, what does that mean? We as teachers, we have our emotions, we have our limits, and all of that good stuff. But when it comes to disciplining or teaching a child, although they might get a reaction out of us, we need to make sure that we bite our tongue. For example, if our child or a student of ours does something that is inappropriate or is screaming or does something that they are not supposed to, our first reaction as human beings is to react, to scream at them, to punish them, to tell them, oh, you know what, you're sitting down for the rest of the day, you're not going to the park, and that shouldn't be our reaction. If we get frustrated or we feel like we're about to lash out, take a moment to breathe in, breathe out, and then react in the correct manner. And something that we could do is we need to pray. We need to pray every time we enter the classroom, and we need to pray for God to reveal to us the fruits of the Spirit, one of them being self-control, one of the most important ones to have when dealing with children. The second point is for us to teach and discipline from a place of love. Now, we are not like secular teachers. We have a greater responsibility, which is not only to teach the Word of God, but to also minister the love of God. Now, in 1 Corinthians 13:4a, which is probably one of my favorite Bible verses, and it's a little bit long, but I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking or easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrong. It always protects, trusts, hopes, and perseveres." Now, that same love is the love that we need to carry when we discipline our children. Just like I mentioned in the first point, it's easy to react, it's easy to get angered, but we need to make sure that we are filling ourselves with more of God in order to be able to discipline with love. Our intention should never be to want to hurt a child, or maybe if they unintentionally hurt us, we don't want them to feel or be hurt the same way that they hurt others or even ourselves, but we want to take that opportunity to teach them the better choice next time. Our third point is to communicate to them what they did and why it was wrong. A term that we love to use as teachers, maybe you've heard of it, maybe you used it yourself, is, oh, because I said so. Now, because I said so isn't really giving a child the understanding or even the explanation of why what they did was wrong. If someone were to tell you that as an adult, you would be confused, you wouldn't understand the reason or why what you did was wrong, because you weren't given an explanation. And it's the same thing with children. Children don't usually do things intentionally. They do things without the understanding of the consequence of their action. So our responsibility as teachers is to express to the child, hey, maybe instead of doing this, we could do it in this way. Don't just say, hey, don't run in the classroom, or hey, don't throw that. No, but instead, oh, maybe we can walk in the classroom. Or if you feel like you want to throw things, maybe hold off. We'll go to the park in a couple of minutes and you can express your energy, or if you want to run around, you can do that. But let's always find another alternative. And the fourth point is to constantly fill our cup every single day. As Sunday school teachers, we are depositing everything that God has deposited in us onto them. And if we are not feeding ourselves, what we are going to give them are just fumes, our burnout. And why is that bad? Well, because the worst version of ourselves will always be the version that is outside of God. So if we are not filling ourselves with the love of God, what are we giving unto our kids? We're giving them our fleshly reactions. We are not giving them what they need, which is the love of God. And if you feel like maybe you're lacking in self-control, maybe you feel like you lost that passion for the children's church or that passion to serve, go into the presence of God. Go into that secret place and be vulnerable. God, I'm struggling with my self-control. I'm struggling with my tolerance. I'm struggling with patience. I'm struggling to even serve you. And be real with God. But in those moments, make sure that you are filling yourself with more of Him, because without it, you cannot possibly discipline a child in the correct way. So I hope that these 4 tips helped you guys. Please like this video. If you have received from it, leave a comment down below. Leave any questions if you have any. And do not forget, we have a very, very, very special SKC Teacher Seminar coming up June 2nd and 3rd. Please register. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be powerful. Make sure to tell your family, tell your friends, tell other teachers to be able to register and receive from this amazing seminar. We love you guys. Thank you so much for connecting with us, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.